nice title or anything. Damn it. I'm just new at this new YouTube thing where I'm getting better at this. So, we have another casted team game right here. I'm super hyped. We have Igibaru and Deadweight together in a team. Igibaru as the green wolf over here, very nice color. And the Deadweight going with the Dragon clan in the red over here. On the other side, we have Lunch Lady going with the Grey Wolf, always feared. We have the Purple Stag, Belly 321 TVD. Yeah, who were so gracious and filled up the team game over here, which I think is really cool. So we have another casted game here in the beta, and like I said, really enjoying the games and the spectator mode in itself. So always hyped when this is possible. Thanks again for everyone who dropped in here. And yeah, let's hope for a nice little game here. We have two very same-ish combos, let's say. They both should have a very similar plan, which is the Wolf clan. Obviously, will try to clear out the more Eco clan. Oh, building a camp right here. It's actually not really what you want to do. Not too bad though. Maybe Lunch Lady can interfere a little bit. Because usually the wolf would want to clear out the Eco clan there. The Dragon clan doesn't even really need that all too much, because you can just run out with a bunch of villagers out of your own tile and clear it yourself. But it would be better if your villagers would just be getting food at that time, right? So basically you're going to try to have the wolf do it. Because the wolf also gets a little bit of food for that, which is always pretty nice. And really helps out in the long run to have these jobs like very split up there, basically. In the end, the Eco clan should be the Stag, should be the Dragon, saying it the wrong way around while looking at them, just to confuse you. But yeah, these are the clans that in the end should have the bigger eco and therefore like the big impact on the game. The wolf clans will also have a big impact on the game. That's the first time that had ever happened. But we're right back. They will still have a big impact on the game, but their eco is not as important. They're mostly about clearing out the map, getting a lot of initial army, maybe getting some pressure on the other team if possible. But the big players in the end will be Deadweight and Belly, because they are like supposed to get the big army out to in the end really decide the game, right? What's up, OP Street? Not that high. Somewhere around stone or something, I feel right now. I haven't played a bunch, obviously, in the last month because of my sickness. But I'm not really going that much higher. Yeah. Honestly. So, extra right here. Clearing out the wolf. Generally, the spawns are not looking too bad for early Zerker. I just don't know how worthy the early Zerker, for example, now for Lunch Lady is. Because you can't clear out the few wolves around you with the Axe Thrower. And your Stag mate has already built a warrior camp there. Which might not always be the best thing, honestly. And lead you into a little bit of a different of a strategy, but in the end, you want to chief, of course, also relatively early, even if you maybe don't rush it as hard at the start of the game, just to being able to clear out the map there. It's a good question. Can I actually check that? Yeah. It's medium, yeah. It should be. It should be a normal 2v2 map size. Get the resources in again. Yeah, I'm getting better at this. So, more extras coming out there to kill that wolf. Also going for the iron right now. What the general resource of looking. Definitely on the way. The Lurker will come out relatively soon. Also, another scout to check out a little more. For Iggy, not there. Is it already? It's already out. Already out. This fought like, okay, this is very low goal. What happened right there? The Zerker already came out. Bodyguard on the side, clearing out the wolves or that way right now. Would be pretty nice. The lore trees for the wolves will be pretty interesting. See if they go filtration or if they go full mid-tree. Check that out. Right here. Weaponsmith first for Igiwaru doesn't have to mean all too much, because even if you go filtration, you usually get Spoils of War. Same thing for Lunch Lady. There might still be somebody who goes for filtration. Even though right now it looks a little bit more mid-tree madness, because oftentimes you would go for sharp axes first if you go for filtrations. Most of the times I feel like at least the 2v2s, because you don't have that much to clear. Sometimes you just have a lot to clear in 3v3s, and then you go for a weaponsmith to make that all a little bit easier at the start, right? To clear the first wolf and basically get towards the first winter, where you're oftentimes just going to be healing your Zerker and not gonna be doing that much anymore, just waiting for the next summer to begin so you do more damage again. So yeah, can make it a little bit easier to go for weaponsmith, but if you don't have that much to clear anyway, might as well go for sharp axes if you're gonna go for it anyway when you go for filtrations, because sharp axes woodcutter bonus is not to underestimate, and the earlier you get it, the better it is, right? Thanks a lot, OP Stream, for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome everyone from the OP stream. Hope you had a great one. And yeah, we're basically doing a better review here. We already did a few ones, but I'm just enjoying it so much I can't stop. I can't stop spectating. I don't know. To have different info and also some military review, okay. Like, there's a general thing of making this, right, with the minimap, then you can at least see the units that are standing on the map. If you go on Omniscient, you can even see every single villager, I think, that is. So you can see all the pop that is running around. Already tells you a little bit, right? Usually if you turn that off, you can see the army right now, normally on this map. And you can, of course, go over here and check, like, the military itself. We'll show you every single military unit that is out, how much warband they have, and also how much pop they have, which is also, when they're not fighting, this screen here can be really interesting for just checking who's doing well from pop-wise. Problem is right now, comparing the Dragon pop against the Stag pop is not really that fair, because Stag pop is really that, like, every single of pop you're gonna have is better, and you're gonna get a lot of pop because of the Scald happiness to give you a lot of villagers generally. But the Dragon will oftentimes throw villagers away into the dark pit here, therefore generally having a lot less villagers than the Stag, but also you're gonna get a lot of thralls, so you're gonna try to get as many thralls as possible. And yeah, they will make your eco better. They will not be shown as population though. Stag versus Dragon, who wins? Ooh, that's hard to say, honestly. I feel like the Dragon can be readier a lot earlier than the Stag. A little bit of the question is are they playing 1v1 against each other? Because I feel like there I would actually prefer Dragon right now. If they play in a setup like this here, Stag with Wolf and Stag with Dragon, it's actually hard to say. The Stag can get a lot better start in a 2v2 when it gets cleared by a Wolf. Like, your start can be so much more fluent. You can basically oftentimes just go straight for the middle, get a lot of bonuses that you couldn't get if you do everything alone, and get a better head start. I feel like the Stag just benefits more from getting cleared than the Dragon, because the Dragon is fine like that already, but the Stag just really comes to actual strength, right? The problem is the Dragon is a pretty hard unit to kill And Stag, I feel like will need a little while until it can actually beat it. So I feel like it's close, but if we would say that they are like actual completely similar skilled people, I would say that the Stag in team game I feel a little better about. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because Stag always has been one of my favorite clans, even though they're not in the strongest point right now. Dragon can certainly win it. Like, we get a good time window. I would always go for like what I personally like as 802 push with the dragon, getting a lot of dragonkins out, like perfectly would be like 10 or 12. 10 or 12. 12 is completely insane. It's a really good number. But if you can get like 9 or 10 already, 9 or 10 dragonkin, this is a really good number. And 9 or 10 dragonkins with a war chief attacking in 802 with the armies of your teammates, that can be devastating. Of course, you can also go late game with giants, go for early relic, get some giants, and then attack with a lot of giants plus a lot of dragonkin. But I don't know if Stag already like out rushed you there and just makes a humongous amount of money. Ox worse than dragon? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I feel like Ox is insane. Ox can be really, really good. And Ox beats Stag. I feel like Ox just beats Stag because the late game Stag is still not like Stag needs a long time to get to its strength. But if you give the Ox just as much time, the Ox will have the relic ready. The Ox will have so much crazy stuff. And you can just force a fight where your armies run onto each other, you run your chief away, you click the relic button, so all the units of the Stag clan will now waste all their DPS in the very start of the time and run towards the horse chief, the Ox chief. And while that, the Ox army is just going ham on the Stag army without receiving any DPS. So with good micro, I feel like this. My god, I never saw the light of day against an Ox that microed well. If he's, of course, just running in, takes the 1v1 fight, I feel like the Stag will win because you have more units and yeah, it stacks up a little better. Like all the damage that you do, even do this, the Ox units are generally a little bit better, even though they will be less. But I feel like the Stag will just overwhelm. But with the relic and everything and a little bit of micro, I feel like the Ox can absolutely destroy. Because the Stag doesn't have that many ways of like getting insane with micro, right? The only thing that you do as Stag is look at me. I got a huge army. What you gonna do? And yeah, if your example against the boar or something, that's absolutely enough because the boar says, yeah, nothing. My army is a little smaller. I'm most likely gonna die. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's hard to say there. I guess plus 50, 15 plus 15 with relic. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Of course, Young and Proud also plays within there. Very important lore there for the Stag. While hitting Young and Proud in 802 is impossible. You're not gonna do it. Or you're gonna do for like more or less a weirdo build, which doesn't really reward you with a lot of eco. Like if I go for Carpentry Mastery, I'm gonna hit Young and Proud. You can be sure of that. But this is definitely not the best Stag build. So oftentimes you're just gonna get it very late. Would be nice to see the Stag winning something though, but generally, how I heard from good players, Stag is in not the best shape right now. Obviously, if you went ultra late game, if you got everything, then the Stag can be really strong. But usually the problem were that a lot of other clans could also do that. You hit each Dragon and Stag. This I want to see with my own eyes, honestly. because the Dragonkin have armor. And armor plays within there. So you're not gonna do 30 damage per hit. Definitely not the case. Already the 3 resistance of a villager makes a huge difference there. So you're not gonna do 30 damage on a villager there. There's like a spreadsheet where you can check how much resistance plays in there. Like the more resistance it gets, the less it's worth, right? Having 4 resistance right now is way more of a difference than if the Watchy, for example, would have 10.5. So even though it's the same number, the higher the number is already, the less of an impact it's gonna have. But the very first, like 3 and 4, is already a very, very different thing. Before resistance here, that's what you got on the next throw. So, let's check the scouting here. Looking like, yeah, they have a split map, right? Let's say that right now. Like, they can't go through here, they can't go through here. Okay, we know the plan for them already. Makes sense. Let the stack go to full strength. Here, extra upgrade. Stack is not too hot on the stone right now. I would focus on that a lot more. Maybe even take the second one and go full ham right now, since you don't have that much. Look over to Deadway. Deadway doing pretty good on stone. On the first stone completely eaten. And the second stone waiting. Check the lore tree here quickly. Yeah, we go carpenter. That's a carpenter man. That's usually what I also do. Just that I don't go up a tree. I go straight for mid tree. Like I pick these 3, carpentry mastery, and then straight go for feeling safe. So I get happiness out of upgraded camps, which helps a lot. I don't know if he's guilty. I like the brewery. I like the brewery here. I took some time, but I enjoy the brewery on Dragon more and more over time. It just helps you a lot. And a lot of gold here already. Also for the stack on the other side too. Late game wolf, let's say, right? Why not? Gonna help you through the longer game, of course, through a little bit of help. Farmers there, but the rats are incoming. The rats are incoming. Okay. Just wanted to say, in case of a rat event, it's also great to already have it up, and I didn't even realize that the rat event were already in the timeline. Also, war here doesn't tell us super much, but we're gonna know a lot more about this build with this war right here. Gonna be sharp axes or mill strap. You can't see it. It is plunder. Plunder. That is very YOLO. Got filtrations built here for lunch lady. Very interesting. So we got a full mid-wolf who's probably trying to make some aggression relatively early. Already going for the balls here. It's not quite gonna be enough. Okay. Let's just spread up a little bit too much. Oh no! Lunch lady! Lunch lady! Getting 2 extra and the kobolds. Great play. Great play. Unfortunate here for Igiwaru. But please already see what's going on there. Nope. Would really need some scouting here, I think. Happening right now. Yeah, would really need to have some scout there. Would definitely go double on the stone deposit here, or like I said, maybe even go for a second one. Just get more. Just get more. Easy money indeed. And yeah, true. Like, the brewery is really good on Dragoneer in that moment. Just getting the faster pop out and being able to throw more away, right? Just a bit of happiness goes a long way there on the Dragon. Until you hit feeling safe, of course, at that point you're fine. You're gonna have enough happiness because you're gonna upgrade a lot of these Dragonkin altars. But yeah, to get you started, it really helps. Back in the day, the brewery were just something that you generally never went for because the concept of it didn't really work in most builds. But yeah, you would just rather get your happiness out of any lore, right? Here, is this your happiness? Oh yeah, right. Stag is the only clan that actually, like, not the only clan, but one of the clans that get a lot of happiness out of Hall of Skulls. It doesn't really have other ways to do it. Wolf clan gets a lot of happiness out of just having army, so you're gonna try to have army permanently. And the way for Wolf to usually do that is to go for field rations, so all your military units consumption is reduced by 75%. If you don't do that, usually go mid-tree madness, and go straight for legendary heroes. This is usually what we want to do. Invader can be situationally really good, because you just decolonize them 30% faster, which gets your opponents often you can hit them on the wrong foot. They feel like they have a little bit of time because you're still needing to take 2 tiles, but then it goes a lot quicker and suddenly they don't really get army up and you can kill them. But you cannot count on that, right? A lot of people will already expect you to maybe have Invader and react accordingly, and then you would have been better just off with Legendary Hero. Making your Berserker a little bit stronger. Oftentimes you will also go for, like most of the times, you will go for leadership, which means your war chief already benefits from all weapons forged. So if you upgrade your warriors and axe throwers, like we see right here, your war chief is gonna have faster attack, and you can sprint behind units that run away. It's make it really good, I can tell you. Just having a hunting berserker there. The only thing that is more scary is hunting Signy, because you also have the poison from the skirmishers, and you can even slow on top of that. It can be really evilous. But yeah, having this berserker that attacks quicker, that can hunt, plus you also get 25% more attack and defense. It can be really good, especially at early times of the game. That can really win the game. Yeah, that is a big discussion, right? That's a big discussion. I saw that not too long ago. The discussion about what is the best wolf build. Do you go full mid madness, or do you go field ration? And I can tell you the opinions are very split on that. It is not clear as a day. I would say, like, I'm always an aggro fan, so I like both of the builds, right? Let me tell you that. Like, I enjoy going mid-tree wolf, and I'm really cool that both is possible. In the end, if I would, like, game for your life, you know, I feel like I would go field ration. It just feels more stable. And, yeah, you're not as forced to make the pressure happen, right? You can let the pressure come to you, and usually Northgard is a game where when you are defending, you usually have the upper hand. And if you then have upgraded warriors, of course, like, the other wolf needs to do one mistake and the Zerker is gone. Like, if you got upgraded warriors, you can kill Zerkers so easily. Yeah, like I said, it's I don't know. I have seen a lot of high-level players talking about that, and seen a lot of discussions about that. And yeah, definitely. But the field is very split, let's say. Iwaru already seeing a lot of the map. That's big pro for him. Lunch Lady not seeing that much. Valley, really. Yeah, just go for the scout camp so you can see a little bit. Would be quite helpful. Because I feel like Lunch Lady has a pretty good position right now to make some damage happen. Need the timing. Yeah, obviously it would depend a lot of the clan on the clans, right? If you are go for something real extreme. No, it's too extreme. Let's say you're a wolf goat. Wolf goat. It's can go pretty late game, right? I don't know. But you're a wolf goat against wolf ox, then you usually would want to just jump on the neck of your opponents as quickly as possible, because ox has a very, very steep slope at the start of the game, where if you get 801 rush, you're gonna have a big problem. And if you 801 rush with wolf, you are going to go mid-stream. That is, the problem is field rations hits around the end of 801, maybe through the winter towards 802, maybe a little later if you get bad lore at the start of the game. So field ration's gonna take a while, because we definitely also want Spoils of War to go for the map there. And legendary heroes is just gonna be available at 801. It's just gonna be there. It's pretty easy to hit. And we see a little fight here. Lunch lady? Good army. Army here for lunch lady. 2 warriors left. Watch out with the chief there. Igibaru asking for a little help here. How's the resolve looking for him? 90. So there should be 3 warriors in the making. Yeah, able to pressure again. And now lunch lady needs to really watch out if he would decide to hunt her with the warriors. This is a long way here, right? I feel like you could have maybe already killed the Zerker. And this is a very, very, very dangerous game against upgraded warriors. Very dangerous game. The feast is generally helpful for you. Do we see double dog or one dog? One dog here for Igibaru. Is it looking for lunch lady? No dog. No, there we go. One dog. Fought like this is absolutely impossible. How could have you not built a single dog? But yeah, you got a dog there. More army coming in. Free dragon. A little bit of pressure in. Making me a little bit worried about lunch lady here. Because I don't know if the stag will be able... There's a lot of gold there. That's a lot of gold. Upgraded warriors. Can we see that? No upgraded warriors here. I think it's a bit of a mistake. But right now, bodies is just the most important thing that lunch lady can need. And there's a few bodies coming over. So I'm definitely a lot less concerned here. I thought this could actually be a lot of pressure here for, because yeah, you got some army here obviously, but fighting 2v1 here can be pretty tough. And if the stack doesn't sing something over, it can be wild. 4 warriors might be actually already a little overkill, but there can easily come more dragonsons and other stuff over. Oh, they're doing huge damage here. Now the chief is dead, right? No. Yeah, the upgrade on the warriors is missing. Makes a big difference. Makes a huge difference. The chief is dead for lunch lady, I feel like. Why no hunter available for her? But we got... No, we didn't get a chief trade, true. Tough one, tough one. Igibaru chiefs survives. They can do more pressure. We need 1 unit over here. Not all too important though. Making pressure here on this tile is way more important. This tile here doesn't really mean anything to Igibaru. This tile here means the world to that way. Who doesn't have that much gold. But 5 army. 5 army on dragon, that's fine. 5 dragon kit. Okay. Let's see. This team is that. And I feel like they are going to be able to defend here. Get away with the Dragonkin here. Very, very strong unit. See how quickly they can bring new ones. On Dragon, it can be really helpful, of course, to have a lot of prowls around. We have 5 over here, which is not that much, but it's okay. Aim do we have here? 310. So the extra prowls already came in. This is what it is right now. So yeah, usually you can have a pretty good production on Dragon, even though you're fighting, because you have all those prowls still on the board. You got some counter pressure here from that way, Iggy. 3 Dragonkins and 4 army for Iggy. Doesn't seem to be enough for the kill here. Valley. You see in here the warrior upgrade. Very important, very good. We're a little fearful right now, honestly, to see the Dragonkin, the relic in there, basically. Because I feel like that loses you too much time. Lunch Lady trying to win as much time as possible. I feel like they have barely enough here because they're defending and the Dragonkins are a little low. Oh no. Warrior upgrade is in. Important one. Oh, yikes. Extras I'm gonna get. Tacked on right away. That's it? That's actually it? Pressure were enough here. Pressure were enough. Yeah, pretty wild game over here. Obviously, Lunch Lady had a pretty rough time there. Feeling hard on her because really good player. We can see that. Like there were a lot of, like, for example, the first Kobold situation, just absolutely great to snatch the Kobold there, like having the awareness to see that Igiwaru is going in there and maybe taking it a little bit too far, therefore instantly like sending the army and getting 2 axe throws plus the full Kobold kill there for the price of just killing 1 Kobold. Very well played. Yeah, obviously, like, did a really good job. I'm really hurt. Like, I feel like from the outcomes of the last games, it doesn't really come across how good the gameplay actually is for Lunch Lady. So yeah, definitely want to say so much. But great game here from Igiwaru in that way, being able to push it towards them here with a little bit of pressure. The Dragon and Wolf play worked out. I feel like the Dragonkin were definitely worth a lot. And yeah, if you see, if the Dragonkin army is basically the same as the other armies which are running around, I feel like the only army that were bigger, Lunch Lady's army, yeah. And pretty rough, like this is normal army, right, against more tanky Dragonkins, so you're gonna take a little bit of a minus there already. And the other wolf comes in. Yeah, maybe. The warrior upgrade a little bit earlier would have been definitely a lot helpful, because then you would have traded chiefs and that changes the game completely, right? Lunch Lady sadly lost the chief there, which is generally not too bad, but getting the other chief is obviously like very important then. But hey, very good game, gotta say here. Yeah, very nice to watch with a little bit back and forward here. Hope you all enjoyed it. Always very thankful if we can find players that play a little bit in the meta here. And yeah, right down. Just quickly go through the holy moly that way with a lot of gold there. Very important. Obviously for the Eco clan to being able to get the gold. Oh yeah, Bali also with a good amount of gold there, obviously. We also saw that in the game. Yeah. Yeah, good game. Thanks everyone for jumping in. Yet again.